Hello, my name's Jesse and I'm one of the woodwind teachers for THAMES. Welcome to episode 2 of our series of beginner recorder lessons. In our last video, we learnt how to hold the recorder, how hard to blow the recorder, and we learnt our first note B and what it looks like on the music. We also learnt how to use our tongue to play short one-beat notes, and we finished the lesson by practicing tonguing 4 Bs in a row. We're going to start with that in today's video as we get ready to learn our first piece, Glory Be. Let's take a look and see what those 4 tongued Bs look like on the music. First, notice how each of those notes is on the same line. They're all on that third middle line. That's because they're all the note B, and B always lives on that third middle line. Next, notice how each one of those Bs is coloured in black. That tells us that all of those notes last for 1 count, or 1 beat. The 4/4 at the beginning tells us that each bar in this piece will contain 4 beats, so that little vertical line at the end tells us that this bar is finished, because it's full. So let's practice saying this bar using do, like we did in our last lesson. I'll go first, and then you repeat. Ready? Here we go. Do, 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 do. Brilliant. Remember, as we say do, our tongue comes to the front of our mouth and touches the back of our teeth. And we have to do something very similar on the recorder. So let's practice that one more time. I'll go first, and then you repeat. Ready? Do, 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 do. Lovely. Let's try that on our recorder now. Get your recorder into the ready position. Remember, your right hand goes at the very bottom, the left hand thumb covers the hole at the back, and the index finger of your left hand covers the hole at the very top of the recorder, and check that both your finger and thumb are covering the holes completely. Remember, because I'm facing the camera, it will look like I'm using the opposite hand to you, so check the diagrams on screen to make sure you're using the right hand. For those of you who don't have a recorder at home and are using a pretend recorder, like a wooden spoon, what I'd like you to do is get the recorder in the ready position, and this time, instead of blowing, I'd like you to sing the letter B, like that. So what I'd like you to do when we play is B, 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 B. Okay? Brilliant. So, those of us who have a recorder, let's get them into the ready position. And we're going to use our tongue to play 4 short notes on B. Remember, we're going to use soft, gentle blowing, like we're blowing the flame of a candle so that it flickers but doesn't go out. Otherwise, we might make a squeaky sound. Okay, I'll play first and then you play back. You ready? Here we go. Great, let's try that one more time. So if your recorder was squeaking, maybe you were blowing a little bit too hard, or your finger or thumb weren't quite covering the hole. So just double check that and then we'll play one more time. Okay, ready? I'll go first. Lovely. Now, I'd like you to take a look at this example. You'll notice that after that bar of Bs, I've added another bar that contains mysterious squiggly symbols. What I'm going to do now is play for you both bars, and I want you to see if you can work out what those squiggly symbols represent. Okay, so I'd just like you to listen as I play both bars. Here we go. Hopefully that was clear enough. Those squiggly symbols are called rests, and a rest is 1 beat of silence. Let's try and play that together now. Get your recorder into the ready position, and we're going to play 4 tongued Bs, and then 4 beats of silent rest. And I'd like you to play with me, so I'll count us in to after 4. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Brilliant. Let's try that one more time, but this time, when we play the rests, instead of saying shh out loud, I'd like you to instead just think it silently in your head. After all, a rest needs to be a silence. So get your recorder into the ready position. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. So like I said, with the rests, we don't actually say shh out loud, we just think them in our head. But whilst we're learning, it's a good idea to make sure you count each one as you see them. What I'd like to do now is see if we can play that 2 times in a row. So we're going to play 4 tongued Bs, then 4 beats of silent rest, then 4 tongued Bs, and then 4 more beats of silent rest. Okay, so get your recorder into the ready position. And for those of you with imaginary recorders, what I'd like you to do again is to sing the letter B for each one of the Bs that you see. Let's do it together. I'd like you to play with me. Ready? After 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Brilliant. Now that we've done that, we can take a look at our first piece, Glory Be. Here's the music for Glory Be, our first piece. Now, I know that that looks like quite a lot, so let's zoom in on that first line and take a closer look together. You'll see that it starts with a bar of 4 tongued Bs, and that's followed by a bar of 4 silent rests. After that is another bar of 4 tongued Bs, and after that one is another bar of 4 silent rests, just like we were practicing. Now, let's look at the second line, and you'll see that it's exactly the same as the first line, as is the third line and the fourth line. So if we just play the first line 4 times in a row, we will have played the whole piece, nice and easy. So I think now that we're more than ready to perform Glory Be the whole way through. I've even got a really fun jazzy backing track for us to play along with. So let's get our recorders into the ready position. Right hand at the bottom, left hand on top, thumb on the back hole, and index finger covering that first hole nice and tightly. And remember, if you're using a pretend recorder, I'd like you to sing the note B for each one of those Bs and think each sh in your head. Okay, so I'm going to play the backing track and I'll bring us in together. You ready? Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic, well done. I think let's try and play that one more time. And what I'd like you to think about this time as you're playing is listen to the sound you're making. And if it starts squeaking, remember to blow a little bit more gently or to check that your thumb and finger are covering the holes completely. And remember, for each one of the Bs, I want you to imagine you're saying do. So feel your tongue come and touch the back of your teeth. Okay, so let's try that one more time. You ready? Go. After 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to make each note nice and short. Using your tongue. Fantastic, well done. You've now performed your very first piece on the recorder. Great work. So in today's video, we learned what 1 beat notes look like on the music, and we learned about rests, and then we used that to help us play our first piece of music, Glory Be. Now, of course, feel free to watch this video as many times as you need to help you practice any of that, or if you'd just like to play Glory Be again. And then, when you're ready, join me in the next video where we're going to learn our second note and our next piece of music.